Watanabe's new frame was just revealed in the Chinese beta of PGR.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets!
And people have a lot of feelings about him, a lot of mixed feelings. So why is there a problem? Unexpectedly, or maybe somewhat expectedly for Kuro, Watanabe is a fire tank. With the current meta in the Chinese version of the game, people have been crying out for an ice attacker and an ice tank and a physical tank. So everyone was positive that would be one of the next arrivals. But to see Watanabe completely outclass Nanami Starfarer just over a year after her debut, it has a lot of people mixed. The thing is, I wonder if we should actually be concerned. What's coming next? What has just passed? I thought it might be fun to chat about it. The patch that comes right before Watanabe is Blackrock Shooter. Blackrock Shooter is a fire attacker. She's A rank, so she's not gonna outclass Lee, but she is a great starting character for new players especially, and collabs are kinda known for bringing in new players. If new players join the game and they have this cool A rank fire attacker, there's a pretty good chance they'll want a good new tank to go with her, right? It's easy to overlook the fact that new players could really benefit from something like this. But that's not all. Watanabe will be around October, November-ish, something like that in the Chinese version. The Chinese anniversary for PGR is the 5th of December. That's pretty close. In fact, that should be right after Watanabe. Last anniversary in the Chinese version, they had 3 S-rank characters back to back to back, those being Lee, then Isla, then Alpha, who we have yet to see in Global. So my question, the thing that I'm wondering, is what is Kuro cooking? Do they have some special plans coming up for the anniversary characters? Maybe they've been saving that level of hype character, something to rejuvenate the ice team or maybe the physical team, for the anniversary. Maybe they'll release 2 ice characters back to back in a row. And I think anything short of that might ruffle a lot of feathers at this point. Fire Tank Watanabe seems really out of left field right now, but maybe it will make more sense in the future with a little bit more foresight. What I'd like to personally see is a free S-rank Omni frame next patch after Watanabe, and then another S-rank character after that, and perhaps that would be enough to rejuvenate the ice team. In the Chinese version right now, the ice team is so outdated. Isla is really the only up-to-date character in the ice team, with Lucia, Plume, and Chrome Glory falling very far behind at this point. In particular, Plume does not really feel that fun to play. Not for the amount of time she's been meta anyway. A lot of people have also been asking, why couldn't they just leap Liv Imperia, or maybe Nanami Starfarer to catch them up? I have a bit of a take on leaps. I think that although it's really nice when a leap makes a character meta, like in the case of Liv Luminance or Rosetta Rigger, or even Lee Palefire, I think that Kuro's main goal with leaps is simply to make characters fun. If you're a new player, especially, it feels really bad if you pull a character and you're like, oh yes, I got this awesome character, Bianca Veritas, and how is she anyway? And then they just get told, oh, well, Bianca Veritas is a really old character, she's super outclassed, and you should kind of feel bad about pulling her. And they're like, oh, well that sucks. Well, now I just feel like I wasted my pulls on this character who looked cool, but wasn't actually any good. Like, maybe they intentionally pulled for this character, maybe they got her by accident. But thanks to Bianca Veritas's leap buff, she's a little bit closer to the current standard. She's no alpha in terms of her damage or anything like that, but she's more fun. And that's the case with all the leap buffs. They make characters more fun. For the meta picks, they seem to be reserved for characters they know won't be replaced for a long, long time, like in the case of Rosetta Rigger, but they're desperately needed to power up a team that's lacking otherwise in order to sell that new character, such as Bianca Stigmata, who's upcoming in Global. And would I love more meta leap characters? Absolutely, 100%. But at the same time, I really recognize the struggle of new players. And I would hate to be a new player and to find myself in that position where I've gotten a character who's functionally not that good anymore. So what about Nanami Starfarer? Has she been outclassed too soon? Well, she's definitely been outclassed a lot sooner than a lot of other characters. If I was betting, I never would have guessed that she'd be outclassed before Rosetta Rigger, or even Chrome Glory. I also think it's sad that she never got her own coatings. I imagine it's partially because she's got this huge mech that they need to account for if they were to make any, and it's just so much extra dev time to get that working. They tried something really cool with Nanami Starfarer with the big mech, but it turned out kinda jank in practice. By making her too tall, the camera did all sorts of weird things. It will still be sad to see her go though, but there might be room for double tank compositions. It wouldn't be the first time two tanks have managed to work in specific game modes. As of recording this, it's just way too early to be sure of anything. Besides being a fire tank, the other thing people are concerned about is Watanabe's new feature. His double S3, in the beta at least, has the ability to shorten the switching cooldown by 2 seconds. Coupled with his fire shred that starts at 25% and can go all the way up to 35% if you evolve him enough, people are calling Watanabe Gen 3. The switching cooldown was something that was only available to 9S for the Nier team before now. This feature alone will probably change the rotation of the fire team drastically, which will be difficult for anyone trying to stay on top of leaderboards. Whether or not all this is a good thing or a bad thing, I think remains to be seen, and it will be interesting to see how this video ages. If Kuro happens to release an awesome anniversary patch alongside 2 back-to-back ice characters that completely change up how the ice team is seen, maybe people will be more forgiving of Watanabe. But if Kuro does something completely unexpected, again, it could lead to more tension. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm totally prepared to eat my words too. So what about you? Do you think a fire tank Watanabe is a good thing for the game or a bad thing for the game? Are you upset about Nanami Starfarer? Has this upset your pool plans in some way? Or maybe you're just happy for Watanabe? Let me know in the comments. But Nanami's not dead and buried just yet. She's got over a year of relevancy left in Global. And if you want to learn more about her, you'll have to check out this video.
Don't you ever forget me, Commandant.